right now. I should have been did this live about like 2 days ago, or maybe yesterday. But we're here now. It's to reflect, everybody. To reflect what you choose to neglect. It's like 7:35. So let's get into it. Let's get into the new world energies now. Okay? No. Disclaimer. I don't even believe in none of this cloning shit. Because it's kind of pointless to think that a human can make another duplicate human. But like you gonna start your thought process off of like what you saw on TV, CGI shit, like things that's been created, fabricated and stuff. But so yeah, let's get into this new world thought. This thought where we can make things simple because low key, we kind of are all coming back to like being vacant from your own mind. So now you actually can remember your footprints in this, and you can remember how you are, how you actually interpret things, how you think and spring off thoughts in the first place. So everybody coming back to themselves. So we need to make sense with that energy. Let's not keep trying to grab for things, because ultimately it's gonna be some old shit that you're just gonna end up having as baggage. When you end up presenting that in the world, nobody's gonna even react to you. You're gonna be sad or something, or you're gonna think everybody's stupid or something like that. So let's make it simple. Clone. What's a clone? It's supposed to be a duplicate of something else. So you telling me you can duplicate a spirit too? You telling me you can duplicate a spirit? No, my bad, Joe. I'm over here messing with my hair, bro, because I fucking fell asleep with it like this, and it always end up being goofy a little bit. Well, to me, it's still curly though, but it's like sticking out to me. Yeah. So how are you supposed to put that person's soul, essence, mind, the spirit being in that's being aware of it, that's being different parts of that energy, you know what I'm saying, as a flow and system, as a cycle. Like, we be always aware of different things as a spirit. Depends how you move. So some people might get affected and then they'll go to they'll go to some certain spot in them. You know what I'm saying? And it'll be from that awareness, aka that world, that mind frame, that soul. Because you start creating as a spirit. You're not the mind, you're creating based on the experience or the essence you're in at the moment, where you'll develop and conjure up thoughts to build yourself up in whatever way, whether good or bad for you. But because you do it anyway, you do it every day. So if there is a such thing as people being cloned, then how is there not a cloned Michael Jackson? How is there not a cloned? And what you gonna say? Well, because they don't want to bring him back. Yeah, you right, they don't want to bring him back. But the whole thing is, there would have been somebody in that government circle assembly when they be having, not government, but shadow government things, when they be at the round table. Somebody would have wanted Michael to be back. There would have been probably a good amount of people that wanted him back over the others. So they would have voted and essentially wanted to so-called clone him too. But they ain't clone Michael Jackson. Okay? They ain't cloning all these fucking other people that died. Charlie Kirk, what you gonna say, because he died on live television? They not gonna clone Jeffrey Epstein. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he's supposed to be dead, right? So what I'm saying is don't give humans too much power. They can't clone shit, bro. There's no such thing as that. What happens is surgery, eye surgery. Nigga, you can change your eye color. You can change this. You can change this. So people like Selena Gomez. The old one is Kanye West. Then Jim Carrey is supposedly trying to expose him, whatever, or expose the government. But it's like, no, these people just have changed. So you don't know what it means to be important. And then on top of that, you being important, you're still being told something on a higher level. So these people are still over you. The people that gave you the contract, the people that's giving you the money, period. anything like that. People that's giving you your land, it's all ties, it's all associated. So it's like you don't understand that you can do that. Anybody can do that. It's just a certain level. So then you start basically having to endure more, having more pressure, having more, like you gotta be a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Because you got more people eyes on you, type shit. So if that's the case, you don't think that shit makes a spirit feel like it wants to just go dormant somewhere else where everything is just taking over? One, that's from the inside. Two, you don't think from there they're gonna end up making up their mind like, okay, yeah, let me go get this damn bleach hair, Cardi, Playboy Cardi. Let me go get this bleached eyes, change my face a little bit because I can. First of all, second of all, that's what this world leaders like to do. They like to stay young, live forever, keep the flesh, use the mind just to fulfill the flesh. So we gotta understand like that's what you're doing. It's okay to indulge in that sometimes, but you gotta have equilibrium. This is why people have religion. So you would sometimes fast, sometimes just give your moment of silence, prayer, but not give it to something. And if you're gonna give it to something, you have to understand what you're giving it to. But this takes like practice, like what you gotta really know what you're doing. It ain't to say people see exactly what's in that realm of metaphysical or spiritual, or the mind, the esoteric realm. It ain't to say everybody sees it perfectly if they practice like it's more like you'll feel the flow more, you'll feel the cycle. So you won't get lost. You won't get lost under certain like circumstances of environmental mindsets that you don't agree with, that your spirit don't like, and you'll be strong enough to not succumb to it. You'll be able to spring off your own thoughts. You'll be able to fight these thoughts, so you won't develop an experience that you're outweighed and you can't do nothing about it. You gonna feel like you're too naked. You gonna feel like you don't know how to do it, type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But because essentially cloning, I'm gonna tell y'all how the only way that they can think they doing it. They get a person because everybody has a lookalike in the world. These people rich. They have a lot of time on their hands. They'll look around the world, see the most lookalike person. They'll alter the face. It's almost like a stunt devil. They'll alter this is if they doing it, but it's like even if that's not even what y'all think it is though. Cause you can't transfer a person's spirit into another person's spirit. That can't happen. The most you can do is influence that person that already has the spirit in a body. You already got born. You already grew up here. All they can do is influence that person to like take on many thoughts and feelings of some other spirit type shit. Milia, stay. You stay. Take on some type of thoughts and feelings of some other spirit. That's the most that somebody can do as far as like cloning, but it's really just a person getting beside themselves, but they're still the one that's in that body basically. So it's not like it's a separate human being cloned and then they able to have that same person's spirit somehow and how they act and stuff like that. Also, if y'all want to think about it like that too, if they did find a lookalike, all they would have to do is basically just try to impersonate them. So this is why y'all feel the sense of that's not the same person. It's gonna come to two conclusions, bro. It's either because the person itself is just too far gone, like they too beside themselves, so they can't even do the same actions that y'all may see them do when y'all grow up, or two, they actually found a lookalike though. It ain't like they came up with this shit in the lab. The most they doing in the lab is motherfucking like face surgery stuff. So like I said, they got a lookalike, did face surgery, and then they basically tried to make that person interact like a that's not a clone. It's what them TV things called, stunt devils. So they're basically a replacement. So it's like it's only two ways. Either way, it don't got nothing to do with no motherfucking whole clone being cloned from an embryo. It's gonna be in a whole container capsule and shit. Somehow it's gonna grow and shit, and then it's gonna be able to think. Either way, you're giving too much power to something that don't make sense and it's not real. That don't make sense. If you think that shit makes sense, that means you get raped in the ass by the mental government. You get raped in the mental ass by the Galactic Federation, the esoteric police. the scientists of the metaphysical realm, you getting fucked because you think they got the resources. They've been doing the same uh, curriculum type of thing, and they've been right. Oh, so now they get you bow down to that, or you be like, oh, type of shit. Nah, y'all gotta realize like it's simple things. Okay, simple things. Spirit jump into the mind, that develops blood flow, courage, adrenaline, estrogen, whatever. That develops all of that. So this is why people can get stiff in certain areas. Some people can get too fiery in certain areas. Fiery, burning, adrenaline. Stiff, uh, the other shit I say, I always fucking forget the name. Estrogen, okay? Or you say testosterone, estrogen. Adrenaline is just getting your blood pumping. You know, staleness or like just you casually flowing, that's the type of, but we all have different parts. We all got different parts of us. So it's like, we always trying to feel balance. We always trying to feel a void, not void, it's not a void, but we're trying to fill that space that we might need a little more attention. That's why you go to the doctor for a certain place, because your ass, you're not being a grown spirit to do it yourself. There's nothing wrong with that, but we ain't been taught this, but it's like, that's what happened. You basically didn't flow blood and cycle it out too much in one area. That's all. But yeah, like I said, oh yeah, shout out to y'all. Shout out to Mate Cruz and motherfucking Sagor. But yeah, man, just getting the mind. We just getting the mind basically back to how it originally is. Like, so you gotta start looking at everything stupid. I'm telling you, look at shit stupid. So you telling me somebody can develop what you gonna say? They develop the embryo so they can grow a clone just using like a strand of hair, using the organ of that other person, and you can like somehow develop the thing without sperm and a goddamn egg, my nigga. Don't they even have that shit? Don't they have it where you can goddamn like have a baby, like, you know what I'm saying, mix kids, like a dude ejaculated, they save it, and then the girl basically take that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's probably the closest thing to that shit. That's not even cloning like y'all think though. Leave that shit in cartoons. I'm telling y'all, that shit's not real. Sometimes you just gotta let your mind wander, but wander with etiquette, wander with discipline. So you gotta kick that bullshit imaginations out. And you know, I think a lot of people like to fall into this shit because they lack an imagination themselves. So it's almost like they almost just want to take from what they see. Like, oh, you proved it to me. And this is why a lot of people go off of only expectation and what they see. But they don't realize the only time they really do those energies is on the people that they're around. Family, associates, relationships. They be putting that energy that they supposed to put on like the world that they receiving this bullshit from. Like, people be thinking this shit is like a god or something like that. They don't realize it's like humans coming together. Or they might look at it like they got more resources or their race and they're ahead of us. Like, nigga, you gotta balance that shit somehow. That's not all the way true. Think people just lack imagination, so they be thinking dumb shit is real. Nigga, how the fuck these people, what? Y'all need to get off that sci-fi, CGI, scientific fiction, all this bullshit, my nigga. That was just some humans' imagination that they got other humans to agree with them. Teamwork makes the dream work, and somehow we gonna make that shit try to make sense in reality. We've been trying. Now it's over. Now it's you be normal. Now it's, oh, that's done. What is that? Or what's that supposed to be? You gotta let me know, like, give me the details, because I don't know. Now, don't be no know-it-all or like a shark, business shark, where you low-key just trying to steal other people's shit, trying to ask questions type shit. No, really look at it like, if it's some ideas that don't go with your spirit, you feel me, then you gotta let that shit out. Niggas thinking people goddamn cloning, niggas thinking people goddamn like able to like stay alive forever. That shit weird. That means the world over here thinking that like they be thinking like game systems is more important than reality, basically. Like, y'all be thinking this shit you see in the world is like something y'all don't be realizing a human developed these things that you're into. Video games, social media, all of these things. They developed the fucking posts you be seeing. So it's like, why y'all be thinking like I think y'all be thinking like somebody knows something before y'all, so y'all want to be in the loop too. That's how I know a lot of people don't got their own lives. Like, yeah, you don't want to live under a rock like goddamn Patrick. You feel me? Some SpongeBob, shout out to them. But you don't want to live under a rock like that. But at the same time, it's good to be in your own fucking bubble, especially nowadays. Why you think people be in mass groups? So their spirit was in that world, developed them ideas with a lot of other spirits in that world, right? And then it turned into the physical where they end up going to this certain place and they ass get motherfucking, they all get mass shooting, mass bombarding into a whole crowd or something like that. That shit real, bro. Y'all gotta understand that. So that's why it's okay to be in your bubble. That's why people say I stay at home. Yeah, I don't go to the club, which is fine. But always balance it. Do We gotta find importance with little shit. So you could be doing some little shit, nigga, mow the lawn. You know what I'm saying? Or you go talk to this person at the store because it's somewhere you always go. You know what I'm saying? And just actually flourish your energy, be relatable, see what they coming from, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta be love. You gotta love again. Y'all be over here trying to be in competition or like, oh, this person's trying to get over me or something like that. Man, y'all gotta chill with that shit. But that's pretty much all I got to say on the fact of the matter. Because the fact of the matter is that shit is not real. There's no such thing as clones. All that can happen, like I said, is a spirit being too influenced where it basically loses itself and loses its perspective. And y'all wouldn't know about that because y'all don't like to look at your life, or you don't like to admit it, or you don't like to even see it like that on your small percentage scale to even understand that it's something anybody can do. So yeah, they just get beside themselves as a spirit, lose themselves, so they start doing actions that support whatever spirit is kind of influencing that person that developed the body already that's here. There's a spirit that's kind of talking in the ear a little bit, but that don't mean it actually, and I don't even mean shit like that, but that don't mean it actually like another person got cloned into another goddamn spirit. But it's like, nigga, everybody's themselves. How the fuck can you do that? That shit fake as fuck. So all that goddamn Jim Carrey shit, like I said, the most they do is do surgery on themselves. They get another damn look-alike. That's the most they can do. So me even talking about this low key is stupid. But I put the live stream though, so I've been meaning to do this. So yeah, it's the reflector, here to reflect. Y'all get off of Jim Curry, get off of motherfucking Selena Gomez. Yeah, they might look different, bro, but everybody ends up looking different. Why the fuck do you think they made the law to renew? Which I don't agree that you should renew anything. You shouldn't renew your tags, your insurance. I don't understand that, but that's really them just keeping tabs on you just in case something happens. But why you think that? Why you think we like gotta get our tag? No, my bad. Get our IDs redone every like so many years because you can look completely different. There's people on social media right now that look completely different than they once did 10 years ago. So we can't be sitting here over here trying to be detailed about dumb shit. Y'all need to know the energies right now. The energies, the full moon is gonna be in Virgo, okay? So it's all about actual real life details, senses, routine, patterns, gestures, you know what I'm saying? Practice. But that's that's the world we're in. So that's what we're all kind of feeling at the moment. What the sun is kind of showing us to kind of push out, or what we're seeing, is gonna be you developing and expanding your imagination, your ability to console and to kind of go with the vibe of other people. So you're able to basically take the whole shit and just try to make an imagination for whatever it is. So it can be like a movie, it can be like a scenario, it can be like, you know what I'm saying? It could be a action you do. So that's the world we're in. So right now everybody's trying to kind of like use that for like stupid shit, clones, and then they're trying to use it for narratives. So like everybody in the world can kind of see the evil that's been done and then develop a new faith, keyword faith, or a new belief, Pisces. So they want you to filter your way of how you trying to like low-key be new, because everybody's going through it. They're trying to filter it through that way of looking at it, but you gotta look at it simply. There's too much tied up bullshit going on and too many people running their fucking mouth, and people are running with them. and they're not making sense. Like I said, we gotta make sense. Full moon in Virgo is making sense. Earth sign. It's the middle earth sign. So it's about like taking like sense into like what we see as a daily day-to-day type of shit. What we see in day-to-day. So that can be thought patterns. That can be places you be. That can be like a cycle type of shit. So we gotta pay attention to that type of shit. But I know, like, we be going through our own, like, shit, I'm into astrology, and I be fucking forgetting what the energies are in. And it's not to say you gotta just always do it like a job, or, I mean, yeah. But it's just to say, like, if you go, whatever you into, take it serious. I'm into this shit, and shit, I be getting good fortune from it. And it's not to say you're being a manipulator or like a god to it, like, you know how to do it better. It's just, it'll help you have a fucking structure, a planning, or like something there, so you can point at something as a starting point, so you won't be all willy-nilly. Why you think we be having to write down shit, like for math, write down notes, right? Same shit. It's just for astrology. You see how people be trying to make it like a narrative, like, oh, it's astrology though. Oh, you one of them. Oh, okay, I'm one of them. But let them start talking about whatever they into. It's gonna be sports. What you talking about? The celebrities, rappers. You flunked out. You probably don't even know how to look at it, like from a genuine perspective, where you're not being biased. You're being equilibrium. You're not on this side or that side. Equilibrium. This is why at one point there was like peace people and the hippies. But see, here's the thing. They were too much into the we are the world, we are all one. So they was too much into the happy side, the too much hope, faith, without looking at the real world. So it's almost like a nun going into, like a pastor going somewhere just trying to pray, and the whole time these niggas got guns or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be Iraq or something. They don't believe what you talk about. So like, it's almost like you're the wrong fit for that circumstance. Anyway, I'm just rambling on, but just remember, don't talk too much. If you speak with purpose, and don't get too, like, when you're on your own, don't develop too many thoughts, whether it's because what you're going through in your life, or it's because you kind of mundane, you're fine, so you're kind of looking out in the world. Don't be eating that shit up. If you want to do that shit, look at it like it's dumb. Look at it like, don't look at it like, damn. And also, half the time, these things be AI, like dead ass. And I know people say that, but it's like people be and it be foreigners that be creating these damn videos, bro, because like they quality, it's almost like low key in foreign videos, they be having bad quality and it already look bad over there, right? So then they can just make some shit that's fucked up, like war shit, and then create a whole fucking like paragraph about it. They use AI with that too, goddamn Gemini, whatever app that is. I'm telling y'all, gotta be careful, bro. This shit weird nowadays, but it's the reflector, man. Here to reflect, choose to neglect. Keep y'all minds new. Fuck this old shit. I'm trying to